Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
If you've not accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you've strayed away and are lost, if you need a church to call home and family, please don't put it off any longer. Your next breath is never promised. Visit Pastor James Deichler at Forest Glade Baptist Church, 4277 North Highway 14 in Mexia. He preaches straight from the Bible and never waters down the gospel. Church services are Sunday mornings starting at 10:45 a.m. A church that strives to advance the kingdom of God. Come be a part of this family. Simpson Fireworks supports Mexia Black Cat football and athletics. We have items for all occasions, including gender reveals, weddings, 4th of July, and New Year's. For more information and to stay up to date, please visit our Simpson Fireworks Facebook page. Go Cats! Milestones and moments that become memories to last a lifetime. Brandy Garza at Photo Trappings downtown Mexia is here to capture all of your milestones and moments, offering newborn, children, seniors, family, and special occasion photography. Visit Photo Trappings on Facebook for all the latest specials and mini sessions. Photo Trappings, 115 East Commerce, downtown Mexia. Call or text 254-562-PICS.
Big Drip Fashion Hall is now open in Mexia. Big Drip offers a variety of the latest styles of urban clothing, serving boys and men of all sizes from toddlers to 6XL. Big Drip Fashion Hall is guaranteed to meet all of your fashion needs. Come check us out, 1335 East Milam Street in Mexia, across from Hibbett Sports.
Mexia Insurance Services proudly supports Mexia ISD, the Mexia Black Cats, and the Mexia Lady Cats. Located at 811 Milam Street and serving the Tri-County area insurance needs for over 30 years, with coverages for auto, home, business, life, health, and renters, as well as bonds. Call today for a free quote and a review of your current coverage. 254-562-3894. Go Cats!
Heritage Real Estate LLC, voted by readers of the Mexia News as the best real estate company and best realtor for 2020, is proud to support the Mexia Black Cats. Broker and owner Mitzi Eves, as well as Heritage Realtors Pat Adams and Kelly Lauderdale, are all graduates of Mexia High School. Together, Heritage Real Estate LLC realtors have over 30 years of real estate experience, are very involved in the community, and are dedicated to their clients. Heritage Real Estate LLC works with sellers, buyers, and investors for residential, lake properties, lots and acreage, and commercial properties in Limestone, Freestone, Leon, Robertson, Navarro, and the surrounding counties. You can find Heritage Real Estate LLC listings on Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Trulia.com, and many other websites. Call Heritage Real Estate LLC at 254-562-7899 anytime for help with all your real estate needs.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Mexia.
Welcome everyone to Black Cat Stadium tonight with your Mexia Black Cats, who are 2-0 in district play, are going up against the Bullard Panthers, who are 2-1 in district play. Tonight's going to be a very exciting game. This game is probably going to seal up district. 6 years ago, on Halloween night, Mexia was able to clinch up their last district championship against the Fairfield Eagles. It's not Halloween tonight, but it's almost Halloween. But you know what they say sometimes, Freddie. The past always comes back, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And hopefully tonight it'll end up the Black Cat way.
That is true.
we know that Bullard last year, we played Bullard in the playoffs, and it came down to the last play of the game where we stopped them from getting into the end zone during overtime. But tonight, hopefully, Mexia Black Cats will come out and put their stamp on this field and the mark on the game and come out victorious, and hopefully after next week against Canton, end up as district champions, and that would give them a great seeding in the playoffs, which we already know that after last week, Mexia did clinch a playoff berth. So we are very excited for the Black Cats, and congratulations, Coach Abram. We'd like to thank Freddie Greer Media for the chance and the opportunity to be able to do this for y'all out there who can't make it to the game. At least you get to see the game and hear me and Wallace High with the commentary. So we hope to see y'all here in about another 20 minutes. Don't forget that Mexia will be fighting for district tonight against a very good and talented Bullard Panther football team. So if y'all can come out, y'all come on out and support your Black Cats. If not, come on here and support your Black Cats on Greer Time Media. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors who are also helping make this happen. We know that a lot of people love watching the Black Cats and just can't make it out right now. With the COVID pandemic right now, a lot of people want to stay safe, and we ask you to stay safe. But if you're watching the game on here tonight, just remember that you are watching teenage kids. Please be courteous and professional to both teams. We thank everyone who joins us tonight, and we will, like I said, we will see y'all again in about 20 minutes.
Hi, my name is Rick Kennedy, and I'm running for United States Congress here in the 17th District in Central Texas. Healthcare is far and away the most important issue to the people of Central Texas. And while our healthcare system is incredibly complex, what people want from healthcare is really quite simple. They want access to quality healthcare, and they don't want to go broke or bankrupt trying to pay for it. That's why I support the Medicare for America Act. Medicare for America will provide access to quality healthcare for all Americans. It will provide protection for bankruptcy due to healthcare costs. It will help us rein in the cost of prescription drugs by allowing the government to negotiate prices with pharmaceutical companies, and unlike other proposals, will not outlaw private health insurance.
SHN Live is an online audio and visual production company based out of Austin, Texas that specializes in broadcasting live events. Hi, I'm Carl Schoening, the Director of Broadcasting and co-founder of SHN Live. When my business partner Rob Hipp and I started SHN Sports in 2015, we made our slogan, "Your Team, Your Broadcast," because we envisioned bringing live broadcasting to undercovered sporting events as affordable as possible to schools and organizations. We started out with Georgetown ISD high schools, and in 5 years have expanded to 6 states with over 30 affiliates, while also doing production for NCAA teams, conference tournaments, and even the NCAA Division II basketball tournament. In 2020, we rebranded to SHN Live as we provide resources and training for more than just sports. SHN Live is for anyone interested in any kind of online media production. We make broadcasting on our platform free, and we teach our affiliates how to most cost-effectively start broadcasting. If you have a computer, we can teach you the basics of live streaming today. If you become an affiliate, you can put on live streams that look and sound professional once you have collected all of our recommended equipment. And by being an SHN affiliate, we will provide sales support, audio and visual elements to improve your broadcast such as static and motion graphics, access to our Facebook SHN Live affiliates page, and on-demand troubleshooting and tutorial videos. You can also contact Rob or myself for help, and we'll get back to you free of charge. Rebranding in 2020, SHN Live started because of one question. Why pay third-party companies hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year for live streaming when you can own your own equipment and put on a professional quality live stream at any time yourself? With SHN's platform, you can control everything from who is on your broadcast to keeping 100% of your advertisement money sold. While SHN will try to sell advertisements with national companies across the network and then give a kickback to participating broadcasts. If you want your broadcast to look and sound the best possible, we recommend getting the SHN Live Academy subscription, where we teach you everything you need to know about online media production. For an affordable monthly investment, you will get a credit towards SHN services, access to monthly broadcasting webinars produced by SHN Live, monthly broadcast critiques, access to advanced SHN video tutorials where we teach fundamentals of broadcasting with experienced professional broadcasters, and how we create our audio and visual elements so you can make your broadcast more personalized, as well as discounted rates for our services such as making those broadcast elements, emergency support calls when service can be available, and enhanced sales support for your broadcast. If you want your events to be broadcast professionally and on your own budget, fill out the form below and we'll
Neighbors and friends, hi. My name is Freddie Greer Sr., and I'm a candidate for Limestone County, Mexia, Texas City Council District 2. For over 20 years, I have volunteered my time, energy, and leadership to serve my community. I'm a proud father and a concerned citizen. I'm approachable, available, and I want to serve as your next City Council member for District 2, and I approve this message.
going to allow Mexia's athletes to really get out and play and show what they can do. So right now it looks like Mexia has number 2 Trey Holdman, and I believe that may be number 13 Xavier Molina back deep. as Bullard squibs it down on the ground and hits a Black Cat player, and then he gets on it. The ball will be down right at the 33-yard line as Bullard tried to kind of run a little bit of what Mexia does by having two kickers out, sending one, and then the other one coming right behind them and just kicking it hard at the ground towards Mexia. They were able to recover, though. So Mejia's offense will take over for their first drive of the game.
Pretty good starting field position for the Black Cats tonight on the 37.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Black Cats. Ball at the 33-yard line. Mexia moves up to the line of scrimmage quick. Miller under center. Snap back. Handoff. And it's going to be Wiley as he moves the ball forward for a gain of about 4 or 5 on that run.
Yeah, it looks like he had a pretty good hole there to begin with, but I don't know who it was, but somebody came up and had a shoestring tackle on him and stopped him for about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like one of those linebackers or somebody dove back in from behind him and was able to grab an ankle or something. When Mexia back up to the line again. Miller takes the snap. He keeps it around the right side, and he just puts his head down and rumbles forward. I'd seen a flag down over on the far side, but it looks like Miller picked up enough for the first down on the carry. We'll see what the marker is for. As the side judge threw a flag over on Mejia's sideline. It's going to be offsides against the Panthers. Mexia will decline that penalty, and they'll take the yardage, which moves the chains, and they pick up a first down as Miller was able to advance that ball out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like the defensive end on the other side for Bullard was kind of lined up a little bit over the ball there.
One thing, they looks like they're scrambling to get lined up because Mejia's coming to the line of scrimmage quick. And snap back to Miller. Handoff around the left side is to Wiley, and he's going to be corralled there by number 2 and number 4 for the Panthers. That's going to be Connor Carson and John Engel. As they were able to keep their contain and just not allow Wiley a place to go on that run.
Yeah, Carson got up there real quick and kind of contained Wiley to continue to run to the outside and not let him make that initial cut and allowed his defense to catch up. Then that was pretty good pursuit by the Panthers that play.
So Mexia back up to the line, 2nd and 10. Man in motion. It's going to be a pitch back to Holman. He cuts in, and then he's met right as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Looks like he may pick up 1 yard on that run. Looks like there's a Panther down on the field. It's a big collision there with Holman and the defender. So as they tend to the player on the field, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll bring you more first quarter action. 10:18 left in the first quarter. The score still 0-0. Mexia with their first possession.
Simpson Fireworks supports Mexia Black Cat football and athletics. We have items for all occasions, including gender reveals, weddings, 4th of July, and New Year's. For more information and to stay up to date, please visit our Simpson Fireworks Facebook page. Go Cats!
All right, and we're back here at Black Hat Field as they've been able to help the injured player off, and that was number 4.
Josh Engel.
Josh Engel for the Panthers. Mexia back to the line of scrimmage, snap back to Miller. He's going to boot out and keep it, and he's got a lot of green in front of him. He takes off running. He cuts back. He's still on his feet. Oh, and he's going to be tripped up across the 40-yard line. He takes it down deep into Panther territory on that run as he booted to throw a pass, and then there was just nobody out in front of him, and he just tucked the ball and use his speed to run and pick up a big gain on that play.
Yeah, that's one thing that offense wants to do to keep defense conservative is to put a bootleg in there every now and then to let them know that, we don't just run the ball. We'll boot out and throw it.
They head back to the line of scrimmage. We got a receiver to each side. Snap back, handoff to Wiley. He spins, and he's just dragging. He's dragging, he breaks loose. He's up the middle, and it's another big run that time by Wiley as he drug a defender for about 5 to 10 yards. And the defender had a hold of his jersey, and he looked like he was a sled behind Wiley as he was picking those knees up and churning until he lost his grasp, and Wiley burst ahead for about another 20 yards.
Yeah, that was Derek Garces for number 14 for Bullard that he drugged for about 5 yards.
And so Mexia will have it first and goal from the 10-yard line. Snap back, handoff to Wiley again. He cuts back to the left, and he's in for a touchdown.
That was a great job by the line, making sure that Wiley could have that cut back to the left. And so far it looks good for the Black Cats, who drove the ball down.
As they come out with 9:08 left, Mexia strikes the end zone first, and they look out to see what they have on the field. And now the coach is giving them their direction. They come back in close. Looks like they're going to leave the offense out, and they're going to go for 2. Miller under center. Oh, we're going to get a false start.
Yeah, but it looked like that defense came across first, but they are going to call false start.
Yeah, and, we've seen that on just about every play. With the way Mexia's moving up to the line real quick, the defense is kind of discombobulated, and they're moving around last second trying to get in their assignments and trying to shift around, and they've come close to being offsides a few times. So now Mexia will send out the kicking unit, and it'll be Gustavo Martinez who will be set to kick the extra point. Snaps back, ball's down. The kick is up, and it is good. So with the extra point, Mexia takes the early lead 7-0 with 9:08 left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for the kickoff. All right, and we're back here at Black Cat Field as Mexia with the lead with 9:08 left, 7-0. They'll be kicking off to Bullard as they were just able to score a touchdown. Can't really see the numbers on the uniforms for the Bullard return men. They have 2 back deep. Looks like 22, Landon Wheeler.
Yeah, 29, 28.
And that ball will be driven down deep. And it'll be hauled in there. And there's going to be a return, and he's going to be gobbled up right at the 30-yard line. And that was number 28, Cameron Baldwin, on the return.
It was a great job by the Black Cat pursuit team, because there was a big hole there, probably about the 25, as Cameron was trying to break through it. But the Black Cat kickoff, they came down and closed it up pretty quick and only allowed him to get up to a 30-yard line.
And so now we'll get to see Bullard's offense for the first time tonight as they make their way out onto the field. It'll be snap back, handoff around the right side, and Mexia's there to push him out of bounds, and that run that time was by number 22, Landon Wheeler.
Yeah, Jabron Busby did a great job in pursuit, getting over there and making that initial hit, making sure that they had a minimum gain there.
And it looks like we have number 9, Blake Blaine, is the quarterback in the backfield there for Bullard. It's going to be a boot this time by the quarterback. He's getting chased, and he's going to complete the pass to number 2, and it's going to be Lamarian Miller who meets him as soon as he catches it. But that's going to be enough yardage on that completed pass for a first down, as Bullard's able to move the ball out to the 43-yard line. Snap back. It's going to look to pass, and sidesteps the defender, and he throws it down deep, and he overthrows everyone. As that time, Bradley and Miller were running step for step for the two intended Bullard receivers.
Yeah, it looked like number 14, Dontavius Daniels, was in the backfield pretty quick, causing havoc with the quarterback, which made him roll out a little bit more and throw it off of his back foot, totally not set, and that's what probably made the ball, go a little bit further than what he was wanting to throw it.
So it'll be Blaine in the backfield with Wheeler in the pistol behind him. Snap back, he fakes it, and Blaine's going to keep it around the side. Then he throws on the RPO, and there's going to be a gain of about 8 on that play there for the Panthers, as Blaine took it around the left side like he was going to run, and at the last second he threw it out to one of his receivers who was just sitting out in the flat.
Yeah, it looked like he was kind of flirting with that line of scrimmage there a little bit before he threw the ball. But his back foot actually was behind the line of scrimmage when he released, so it was still a legal play.
And here we go with single back, snaps back, handoff around the side to Wheeler. And he's going to be met by Holman and a group of other Black Cats as they're able to move the ball across the 50-yard line and then down to about the Black Cat 44 here.
Well, that's one thing you want to see from the Black Cats and from their linebackers and their deep backs in the defenses coming up and making that play quick towards the line of scrimmage.
And there's going to be a pass out to the flat. Oh, and the spin move, and the defender misses, as that was number 2, Connor Carson on the catch, and he made a nice move to get around Molina and get upfield for a gain of 8 on that play.
Yeah, it was pretty slick. I thought Molina had him for a loss of game, but he made that little zoop, little spin around turn and got a good 8 yards off of that.
Empty backfield. We got 5 receivers, trips to the top. And he's going to be thrown out here. Oh, and that ball is nearly intercepted, nearly caught, and then it falls off a couple of fingertips and then hits the turf. Incomplete.
Who was that?
As it looks like that was Jabron Busby and Trey Holman, both there on the coverage. As the intended receiver looked like it was again number 2, Connor Carson. And here we got twins to east side, man in motion. Single back next to the quarterback. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Oh, and he shucks a tackler, and then he's hit there by a couple more Black Cats, and he's going to be brought down around the 33-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play. Looks like it's about the area of a holding.
Yeah, it was a hold.
Looks like that initial person got there, and then he got tackled away from the ball carrier.
Yeah, it looked like Dontavius Daniels that was made that initial hit on the running back, but that running back, he's got some power to him.
Yeah, he's not the tallest guy, so he's a little low to the ground, and he keeps his center of gravity very well, and he's been able to break off of a couple of would-be tacklers, but that holding penalty is going to move the ball back 10 yards and bring up 3rd and about 12 here for the Panthers as the ball's placed at the 46-yard line. Man in motion. And you're going to have – oh, and there's a completed pass. It's going to be a first down as they were able to pick up enough yardage that time as Blaine was able to get the pass off to number 28, Cameron Baldwin. Snap back quick. He looks to throw. And now he's going to take off running. Makes a man miss, and then he's brought down right about the 25-yard line, right inside the 25, as Blaine was able to pull the ball down that time and run as it looked like there's a defender in the backfield to pressure him, but he was able to get away from him.
Yeah, Blake Blaine, number 9 for the Panthers, he's a good quarterback. He'll read down the field, and he'll make sure that he makes a smart option of either throwing it or keeping it, and so far he's been reading the defense pretty good this first quarter.
We're going to have, looks like you're going to get offsides against the Black Cats. There's someone in the middle of that line that jumped.
Yeah, it looked like the Black Cats were trying to come on a blitz that time from the right side over there.
Yeah, I think it was the nose guard that actually got caught jumping into the neutral zone. So that's going to move it up to the 19 here, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Stay in the pistol formation again. So it's 5:55 left in the first quarter. Mexia still leading 7-0. Snap back. It's going to be a pass out to number 24. He makes a move to the outside. Oh, and then he's chopped down right at the 15-yard line. We are going to get a flag on the opposite side, though. It looks like we're going to get another offsides call against the Black Cats.
Yeah, and too bad that's not going to – too bad that's going to go against Mexia there, Wallace, because Jesus Suarez, number 20, made a great hit on number 24 out there on the outside.
Yeah, and, you know, right now Mexia's just really trying to tee off and get back there to pressure the quarterback, and looks like Bullard's hitting them with some hard counts and getting them to jump. And basically that creates free plays for Bullard for them to do what they want to because they know they're going to get 5 yards on the penalty. Be snapped back to Blaine. He sends the running back in motion. He's going to look. He's going to throw it. And that ball's – oh! And he threw that ball high on the receiver, and it hit Trey Holman right in the stomach.
I think it hit him right in the middle of that number.
Yeah, I think it got to him so fast he wasn't expecting it, and he didn't have time to react because that seemed like it was going to be an interception with a chance to return it for some good yardage.
Yeah.
But that's going to be it's going to fall to the ground as an incomplete pass and bring up 2nd and 5 here. The ball is placed at the Mexia 14-yard line. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff to number 22 as he falls forward across the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him right at the 10. Looks like he hit at the 10 and then rolled forward for a few more yards.
Yeah, the offensive line for the Panthers, they just got a great push on that and push the defense back a couple of yards and allowed number 22 for the Panthers. That is, Landon Wheeler. To get that good initial 4 yards and make it a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 1, and they got a nice little mixture going, so Mexia gets to bring in pressure, and they just run underneath it like they did on that last one. So with 4:40 left, snap back. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to be close. He got right back to the 10-yard line, right back to the line of scrimmage where they were going to mark him down just inside the 10. It looks like that's going to be a 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like the marker's on probably about the 9.5-yard line over there.
Yeah, looks like, I think the first down, the yard line to get to is the 9, and the yard marker is at the 9.5. So they're about half a yard short. As Mexia makes some substitutions. Bullard still looking to their sideline for the play. There's 4 minutes left in the first quarter. As it looks like Bullard's going to call a timeout so they can talk about it here on 4th down. Yeah. So while they take the timeout, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Black Cat football from Mexia Black Cat Field as the Black Cats take on the Bullard Panthers.
Heritage Real Estate LLC, voted by readers of the Mexia News as the best real estate company and best realtor for 2020, is proud to support the Mexia Black Cats. Broker and owner Mitzi Eves, as well as Heritage Realtors Pat Adams and Kelly Lauderdale, are all graduates of Mexia High School. Together, Heritage Real Estate LLC Realtors have over 30 years of real estate experience, are very involved in the community, and are dedicated to their clients. Heritage Real Estate LLC works with sellers, buyers, and investors for residential, lake properties, lots and acreage, and commercial properties in Limestone, Freestone, Leon, Robertson, Navarro, and the surrounding counties. You can find Heritage Real Estate LLC listings on Realtor.com, Zillow.com.
All right, and as we're back here at Black Cat Field in Mexia, Texas, it looks like Bullard's going to bring the offense back out on the field. They have twins to the top, twins to the bottom in the pistol action with 22 in the backfield behind the quarterback. And they're going to, looks like they may try to hard count and see if they can get someone to jump off sides. There's going to be a quarterback sneak as he's able to fall forward and pick up the yardage for a first down. Looks like he was able to pick up about 1.5 yards when he needed about half a yard for that first down. So the ball's going to be spotted at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, the Panthers got some chunky boys up there on that offensive line.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 8. As Bullard's checking with their sideline for the play, and that's not a bad job. They've had a little extended drive going here. Snap back. It's going to be kept by the quarterback, and he's going to pull it down, and then he's knocked down inside the 5, down to about the 3.5-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great job by Blaine on the fake. I thought he handed it off to the running back, but he did keep and ran to the right side to get it down to about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, he picked up about 5 on that run, as again they were trying to run that little RPO, and he was able to keep it and fall forward. He's pretty tall fella, so he falls forward and gets a couple yards just by falling. So he looks back. It's going to be a snap back to the quarterback. He's going to look to throw, and he's hit as soon as he throws, but he gets it to the running back, who scampers into the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be Wheeler, who catches that pass and gets in for the touchdown. And it looks like Bullard's going to leave their offense out, and they're in a little swinging gate formation. And now they look at it, and they're going to send the kicking unit out onto the field. So with 2:42 left in the first quarter, Bullard has gotten into the end zone, and they've drawn closer to the Black Cats and made it a 7-6 game pending the extra point. Snap back, ball's down. The kick is up, and it's good. So with 2:42 left, the game is knotted at 7 for both teams. We'll take a quick break as we switch ends of the field and prepare for a kickoff. All right, as we come back here to Black Hat Field, Mexia prepares to receive the kickoff from Bullard, as they were just able to get into the end zone after they drove down the field, and they were able to tie the score at 7. It'll be another squib kick down to Mexia. It's going to be returned by Holman as he looks to see what he has, and then he just goes down. Oh, and that was actually B.J. Sunday, looks like, on that return.
I couldn't tell if his back foot slipped or.
I don't know if that was Sunday or Holman on the return, but whoever it was decided not to try to run it and take it down where they caught it. So Mexia will start at their own 28-yard line.
About the same place they started their first drive with.
So the Black Cat offense moves out onto the field for their second drive of the game. Miller under center, snaps back. It's going to be a handoff. And Wiley just drags a couple people and falls for about a 2 or 3 yard gain on that play.
Wallace, I want to know how much Wiley squats and power cleans, because
he's got some strong legs.
And he can carry so many people at one time.
So Mexia brings the play in from the sideline. As right now, that's a decent little first down run. It wasn't one of the big ones we've seen him gash for, but it keeps you ahead of the chains. Snap back to Miller. Handoff underneath. Oh, and Wiley just drags a couple people and slides forward for about 4 more yards. It's going to bring up third and about 2 or 3. We'll say 3. It's a long 2.
It looks like number 4, John Ingles, who's back. Is it John? Yeah, John Ingles, who got injured on that last Mexia drive. He's back in there. He made the tackle on Wiley.
Miller under center, snap back. It's going to be a handoff, and Wiley, and he breaks. And it's a shoestring tackle that time by number 5. Zach Wise is the only thing that kept Wiley from taking that one to the house. As Miller handed off to Wiley around the left side, and Wiley put his foot in the ground and shot upfield, and there was nothing but that one finger on the shoelace that was going to keep him from getting to the end zone.
And one thing I saw there on Wallace, I don't know if you saw it, but number 78 for Mexia, Jonathan Hernandez, he blocked 3 Panthers on the outside and knocked them all down. And that's one thing that helped Wiley escape through that hole.
A minute to go in the quarter. Snap back to Miller. He looks like he's going to keep. He gets a bunch of blockers. And he's just still running and turning his feet as he picks up 10 on that run. The only person that got him was Miller was being patient behind his blockers, and a defender that had gotten knocked down behind the play came back to grab him, and then Miller just drug him for about 6 yards to pick up another first down.
Yeah, that was great patience by Miller, relying on his line to set up and get that gap for him there on the outside. But with the power that Miller has, he got hit kind of about a yard past the line of scrimmage, but broke off and just got that first down.
Miller under center, snap back, handoff to Wiley, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. And he wasn't able to get going that time, as it looks like they linebacker blitzed in and was able to grab a hold to him before he could get going. And Mexia was able to cross midfield on that last play, and that time they went backwards a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. Looks like we're going to let it wind down to the end of the first quarter with the game tied 7-7. We're going to take a break as we switch ends of the field as the quarter has come to an end. We'll be back with more Black Hat football, and we'll bring you the second quarter from Mexia Black Hat Field.
Simpson Fireworks supports Mexia Black Cat football and athletics. We have items for all occasions, including gender reveals, weddings, 4th of July, and New Year's. For more information and to stay up to date, please visit our Simpson Fireworks Facebook page. Go Cats!
All right, and we're back at Black Hat Field with Mexia with the ball, 2nd and 11 and it's going to be kept around the end by Miller, and he's going to be hit hard and driven down back at the 45-yard line. So there's going to be a loss of about 3 on that play. That's going to put Mexia behind the sticks, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 here for the Black Cats, as they're in Bullard territory, but they've been pushed back the last 2 plays, and they're back at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and that's one thing about the Bullard Panther defense, Wallace, is they're coming in and they're hitting hard. They'll get that initial defender to hold you up, and then that second person's coming in, and he's laying a helmet on you.
Yeah, and right here, Mexia comes back out and tight. Miller under center, snap back, and Miller keeps it. He rolls out, and he's looking to throw. He's got some. Oh, and he didn't. I don't think he got that ball back to the. He didn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and I think they're going to get intentional grounding. Yeah, and they're going to call it. As Miller had time, and he had a receiver down the field, but I don't think he ever got his eyes up as he had a couple defenders coming in his face, and he wasn't able to get away, and he tried to get the ball out but didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage. And right now you don't like that body language from the Black Hat as he walks off the field, and there's some frustration, but right now Bullard just has the momentum. They were able to go down and they were able to get a touchdown on their last drive, and then they come out and get a big stop on this drive. If you're the Black Cats, you just come out and you you just know you have to execute, and you come out and get you a stop and get the ball back. As Davila is able to get that punt off, but it's not a good one as he had a man in his face, and he shanks it off out of bounds. And they're going to mark it at the Bullard 32-yard line. So Bullard will come out with decent starting field position for their second drive on offense, and the Black Cat defense will come back out. And if you're the Black Cat, you want to come out and you want to get a stop here and try to swing that momentum back in your favor.
Yeah, you got to understand, it's very early in the ball game.
Right.
Just because you have to punt on one drive, it doesn't mean that the ball game's over. You've got to keep your demeanor high and make sure you come out and keep your head in the game and to continue to play Black Cat football.
Right, and so here we come with Bullard trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Quarterback keeps it around the right side, and some couple defenders just run by him like they didn't see him, and he picks up about 13 yards on that first down run, advances the ball out to the Bullard 45-yard line.
Yeah, he just had a gaping hole there in the middle walls, and like you said, those defenders, I guess they didn't realize he had the ball, but Trey Holman came up after about a 13-yard gain and got him down for a Bullard 1st and 10.
It's going to be Blaine in the backfield. Snap back. He looks to throw. It's going to be caught. And he crosses midfield and marked out at the Black Cat 48 as number 11 for the Panthers. That's going to be Bryce Jewell was able to haul in that pass and get out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like Molina came over and hit him out after about a 7-yard gain to make it a 2nd and 3 for the Panthers. But the Black Cats, they've got to just cool their jets a little bit and just continue to play smart football.
Snap back. It's going to be a handoff this time as Wheeler takes it, and then he just runs out of bounds at about the 43. And that's going to be enough for a first down as Bullard's moving the ball down the field again. And right now they've just been able to find a couple holes in the Mayhead defense and kind of take advantage of it.
Yeah, that left side for the Panthers offensive line, they're getting great containment on the blocks and giving their running backs and their quarterback time to make the right cut and the right decision with the football.
Right, and, if they're moving it like that, if you're the Black Cats, you want to make sure you're containing, forcing everything inside and let your linebackers run and make plays. It's going to be a handoff to number 13 this time, and he's going to be brought down by B.J. Sunday. He picks up about 3 yards on that run, and that's Luke Williams there for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a great job by B.J. coming in and hitting him quick because it looked like he had some momentum going forward. He had a hole there in the middle of the field, and B.J. Sunday just come in and snuck in between everybody and got that tackle.
Pistol formation. Twins to each side, sends the running back in motion. The quarterback just keeps it and runs forward. Oh, and then he's met there by Wiley, and looks like it's going to be Wiley, Molina, Frankie Smith, and Jacob Adams meets the quarterback as he tries to run it. Looks like he picks up about 3 yards on that run.
Yeah, around 4 yards to make it. Looks like a short third and four.
So they're going to come out with trips up to the top of the field. Single receiver down low, pistol formation. It'll be Wheeler in the backfield, man in motion. He's going to look to throw. He dumps it out to the running back. And there's going to be some Black Cats there to bring him down, and that's B.J. Sunday, who does a great job of reading that play and coming up and spoiling that little flare pass to the running back.
Yeah, B.J. Sunday did a great job of getting that initial hit and tackle there as soon as Wheeler got out there. It looked like Wiley was also coming in to kind of clean it up a little
Bullard's
bit.
going to leave the offense on the field as it looks like they'll try to hard count Mejia and try to get them to jump. Mejia holds their water so far. Now they look back. They look back at the coaching staff, and it looks like they're going to still run a play, maybe a quick kick by the quarterback, and it is as he punts it down the field. And they're going to get there, and there's going to be a good kick by the quarterback. It's going to roll inside the 5 and be downed at about the 3-yard line. So Mejia's offense will come out, and they'll take over on their own 3-yard line, and last time, they had a good drive going, and then a couple plays went backwards and had negative plays, and, Mejia seemed to lose the momentum and lose some energy on that drive. So here, if you're the Black Cats, you want to come out and you want to establish it quick.
Yeah,
get something big to happen.
And sometimes in a football game, the victory sometimes is making sure you gain that field advantage out there.
Right. The defense did their job, and they got the ball back after they got a good stop there. And it's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be Wiley around the right side. He puts that hand down, and he pretty much crawls forward for about 4 yards.
Yeah.
It's going to be marked at the 7.
He looked like he put his hand down about the 4 and then just bear crawled all the way up to about the 12-yard line. You remember them bear crawls back in the day?
And so that gives you a little more breathing room, and it's a good first down run by Wiley. Get you away from that end zone a little bit more than what you started out. So it's going to be the Black Cats back up to the line of scrimmage. Miller under center. Man in motion. Snap back. Handoff to Holman. He's out around the right side. He's going to be hit around the 10-yard line. That's going to be another gain of about 3. So that'll bring up 3rd and about 4 here for the Black Cats.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how the play was supposed to go. It looked like Holman had to slow down and wait for the ball to be snapped.
I think, it looks like he got through his motion pretty quick, and before Miller got turned around to give it to him, but they were still able to get a positive play out of it. And right here, if you're the Black Cats, you want to make sure that you do everything that you have to on this play to go get this first down.
Yeah, you don't want to punt from your end zone or close to it.
Mejia stays in their tight formation. Miller under center. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff around the left side, and Bullard's there, and they were expecting it that was a loss of a yard there by the Black Cats. And that time, Bullard they brought the house, and they slanted right into where the play was going. And Wiley didn't have a chance once he took the handoff. There was about 3 or 4 Bullard Panther defenders right there in his face.
Yeah, it looked like something small was opening up there on the inside. If he would have cut back, he probably would have got back at least to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just guess right on defense, and that time Bullard did as they slant. Oh, and there's going to be a short punt again, and it's going to take him a head bounce. And it's going to roll out to the 42-yard line. As it looked like Bullard was going to get a chance to return it, but then the ball took an awkward bounce away from the return man, which allowed Mejia's defenders and cover team to get down there and keep it for a no return. So we've exchanged a couple punts here the last couple drives by both offenses. Now Mejia's defense is going to have to hold again and try to keep Bullard from going down and scoring after Bullard's defense got off the field without Mejia putting any points up.
Yeah, like I said a while ago, sometimes during drives, the victory is getting the field advantage, and right now, Bullard's got that field advantage right now.
Man in motion, and you get a second man in motion. And here you're going to have a handoff around the side to number 2. Oh, and that's a big hit. And you're going to have
they're going to call helmet to helmet.
I don't know how that's helmet to helmet. It's going to be holding against. Okay.
I was wondering because as soon as that happened, he threw that flag.
And that looked like that was on Daniels again as he's getting pushed off that defensive end spot. And they're just grabbing him to keep him from getting back there to make the play.
Well, basically, that's the only way the way they're going to be able to contain Daniels.
Yeah, and that time it was Holman who came up and put a big hit on number 2 as he came around the edge on that little end around. So that's going to move Bullard back across midfield and back into their own territory at the 48-yard line. Bring up 1st and 20. It's going to be a pass out to the flat. And he's going to be ushered out of bounds as he gets back up to the initial line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a gain of 10 on that pass. Looks like that was number 28 for for the Panthers. And that's Baldwin who hauled that pass in, snap back, empty backfield, throws another pass, and he's going to be down just inside the 40, and he's still in bounds. He's going to mark it at the 38-yard line.
I'll tell you what, though, that number 71 for Bullard, Peyton Ellis, he's matched up against Daniels, and that's going to be a key matchup for the rest of the night. Now it looks like Daniels moved to the other side.
And one thing I've seen now that Mejia's cornerbacks are coming up in more of a press coverage, which now hopefully that'll keep them from getting those quick hits. And that time they read that play great, and being up closer, it allowed Frankie Smith to get off that block and get into the backfield and stop that play. That's going to bring up 4th down, and it's going to be 4th and about 7 here for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a great job by Frankie Smith, making sure that, if he can't get to the tackle, at least hold him up where he can't make that initial cut and get loose on the inside. So that's a great job by Frankie Smith.
And Bullard's trying to hurry up and get a man. And Mejia gets their player off the field as Bullard was trying to snap while Mejia had 12 players on the field. They weren't able to. Now they'll drop back, and it'll be a quick kick by the quarterback once again, and that ball is going to carry into the end zone. Yeah. And that'll be a touchback. The Black Hats will take over after this quick timeout at the 20-yard line, as Mejia's defense did it again and was able to hold Bullard and force them to punt. We're going to take a quick sponsor break, and we'll be back with more second quarter action. 4:20 left in the second quarter. Still, the score is still 7-7. All right, and we're back here at Black Hat Field as we had a quick transition here, but has offense back on the field. Snap back to Miller. He hands to Wiley, who sees the hole, and he fights forward for about 3 yards on that run.
Yeah, that was one of those hard 3-yard gains there, as he was hit probably about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage and just fought to get that extra yard.
And you look out there and you see the size that Bullard has out on their defense, but it seems like every time Wiley has it, he's delivering the blow and he's going where he wants to on the field, and that's just a testament to his will, his desire, and his strength.
Right.
It'll be Miller in the gun with Wiley next to him. Snap back to Miller. Hand off to Wiley around the right side. He's going to be brought down after a short gain of about 1 on that play.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't seen Mejia do tonight so far, Wallace, is they haven't put the ball in the air not one time in this first half.
Right, and that time it looks like Bullard's defensive line just went and cut the legs out of all the offensive linemen and allowed their linebackers to flow to try to make that tackle. And what it did was it created a pile in the middle so Wiley couldn't go anywhere, and once he tried to bounce it out, those linebackers were there waiting on him.
Yeah, the Panthers have done a great job in the second quarter containing Wiley, but it's up to the Mejia offensive line now to start getting that initial pushback like they had in the first quarter. It looks like Mejia's going to call a timeout.
With 2:53 left in the second quarter, Mejia calls a timeout as Mejia has the ball, third and about 6. They're driving, score still tied 7-7. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll be back with more second quarter action. All right, and we're back here at Black Hat Field as the Mejia Black Hats come out. They have quads to the bottom of the field, single receiver to the top, and the spread look. And Miller throws it. He has a man down the field. It's going to be hauled in by B.J. Sunday on a big pass play. as BJ was able to get behind the defense, Miller threw a nice ball out there, and it was a big pickup for the Black Cats.
Yeah, I knew BJ was fast, Wallace, but I did not know he was that fast. You know, he got behind that secondary quick, and Miller saw him and just hit him in stride and got the ball all the way down to the Panthers' 38-yard line.
You know, and that's something a little different. Mahea's been in their tight formation pretty much most of the night, and, you know, running their slot formation. They came out in more of a spread look that time, and they were able to take advantage of it. As they're back into their tight formation, Miller under center, handoff to Wiley. He cuts back, puts his head down, and he dives forward close to, looks like they're going to mark him about the 27-yard line as he picks up about 7 on that run.
Yeah, that was a great first down run, making it second and about 4 for the Black Cats, which gives them a lot more options on second down of what to run, which we basically know they're probably going to run the ball. But it still opens up the playbook a little bit more to more options to throw at Bullard with a minute and 40 seconds left in the first half.
Miller under center, snaps back. He keeps it. He has a man on him. He reverses field. He spins off, and then he's drugged down. That time he had a man right in his face as soon as he pulled it out. And it looks like Bullard's they're just shooting their linebackers off the edges and through the gaps, just trying to take away any space Mexia has.
And that looked like number 14, Derek Garces for Bullard, who made that play on Miller.
And looks like Bullard takes a timeout on after that play, as they may be thinking that they'll be able to hold Mexia and get the ball back before halftime. And if you're Mexia, you want to go down and you want to score because you'll be kicking it to Bullard coming out in the second half. So if you can go down and get points here, it'll be big.
Yeah, any type of points right here, Wallace, will be key for the Black Cats before going into halftime because, like you said, they're going to come out and kick off to Bullard. And we see that, you know, Bullard, they can drive the ball down the field just like the Black Cats can. I mean, if you look at both of these teams, besides, you know, Bullard playing the spread offense, you know, these defenses kind of mirror each other. They're aggressive, and they're not really giving up much here in the second quarter after both teams made their first touchdown. So it's going to be key for the Black Cats to put some points up on the board going into halftime.
So Mexia will move up as they come back out in the spread look. Quads to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Snap back to Miller is low. He picks it up. He looks. He makes a man miss, and now he keeps it. And he's still up. And he comes free. And now he puts his head down. Oh, and the ball comes loose. And it looks like the Black Cats are able to recover it. And that's going to be enough yardage for a first down. And you know what? The Black Cats will take that because all year those bounces and things like that have gone the other team's way. And that time Miller did a great job of just eluding defenders and getting loose, putting his head down, trying to get that first down. And while he was fighting, the ball popped free. And luckily it bounced right towards a couple Black Cats, and they were able to get on it and pick up a first down there for the Black Cats.
Yeah, I didn't see who came in for the Panthers and put the initial hit on Miller, but it was a pretty big hit, and the ball rolled probably about 30 yards, almost out of bounds.
Be a handoff. No, Miller pulls it back and he throws. He has a man open, and it's going to be Christian Clark who catches the pass on the play action for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a great fake by Miller. You know, I never saw Miller hold the ball, but that was an awesome throw by Miller to Clark in the end zone.
Yeah, and that was a great job of Clark focusing and hauling that ball in as he was racing towards that pylon, and he brought it in and he was able to scoot his feet inside of it and pick up the touchdown. And we'll have Martinez on that try to attempt the extra point. He snaps back, ball's down, the kick is up, and it's good. As Mexia takes a 14-7 lead with 52 seconds left in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back as Mexia gets set to kick off to the Panthers. All right, and we're back here at Black Cat Field as Mexia was just able to add to their score when they were able to grab get a touchdown in on a pass from Miller to Clark. Now they're set to kick the ball off to the Panthers. Looks like Bullard has Wheeler and Baldwin back deep to return. And it'll be a high bell ringer kick from Martinez. And that ball will be bobbled and falls to the ground. And Mexia has a couple defenders there who fall as well. And we're going to get a flag for a illegal block there against Bullard. And as the return man gets out across the 40 before he's brought down by the Black Cats. But you're going to get a blocking back. Looks like there were a couple of them for him to choose from.
Yeah, you could get a block in the back, or you could get a hold on that same play as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and
that
they're going
was
to get the
called
block in the black.
on Luke Williams.
A block in the back, and it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of that foul. So instead of the ball being placed out past the 40, it'll be placed just inside the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Bullard from the 20 as Mexia, and it looked like Mexia was able to get down there, and then the defender was about to make the tackle, and his feet just slipped out from under him, and then he was able to scoot away, and then the second defender that was going to bring him down just got cleared out on the block in the back. But nonetheless, Mexia gets it with Bullard, or Bullard gets it with the ball deep in their own territory, at the 20-yard line. Snap back to Blaine. He's going to get pressure. They're going to set up a screen, and that time Jawan Wright reads it well and gets back to make the tackle. Just unfortunately, he slings him forward for about 3 yards as he grabbed him and wrapped him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but it's good to see Jawan reading the ball good like that off the line and coming up and stopping that for a short gain.
Right, and there's 12 seconds left, 10 seconds, and the clock is running. Bullard looks like they're going to try to get one last play off before the half expires. Snaps back, and there's a man. Oh, he's being chased by Wright. He looks to throw, and that ball's going to be incomplete. And that'll bring us up to halftime with Mexia leading 14-7. We're going to take a quick halftime break. We'll be back with some local scores, a little insight at halftime, and then more second half action here from Black Cat Field. Mexia Black Cats leading the Bullard Panthers 14-7 here at half.
Big Drip Fashion Hall is now open in Mexia. Big Drip offers a variety of the latest styles of urban clothing, serving boys in all sizes from toddlers to 6XL. Big Drip Fashion Hall is guaranteed to meet all of your fashion needs. Come check us out.
Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
Mexia Insurance Services proudly supports Mexia ISD, the Mexia Black Cats, Simpson Fireworks Facebook page. Go Cats!
Heritage Real Estate LLC, by readers of the Mexia News as the best real estate company and best realtor for 2020, is proud to support the Mexia Black Cats. Broker and owner Mitzi Eves, as well as Heritage Realtors Pat Adams and Kelly Lauderdale, are all graduates of Mexia High School. Together, Heritage Real Estate LLC Realtors have over 30 years.
Visit Pastor James Deichler at Forest Glade Baptist Church, 4277 North Highway 14 in Mexia. He preaches straight from the Bible and never waters down the gospel. Church services are Sunday mornings starting at 10:45 a.m. A church that strives to advance the kingdom of God. Come be a part of this family.
Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
Big Drip Fashion Hall is now open in Mexia. Big Drip offers a variety of the latest styles of urban clothing, serving boys and men of all sizes from toddlers to 6XL. Big Drip Fashion Hall is guaranteed to meet all of your fashion needs. Come check us out, 1335 East Milam Street in Mexia, across from Hibbett Sports.
Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertising during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
Heritage Real Estate LLC, voted by readers of the Mexia News as the best real estate company and best realtor for 2020, is proud to support the Mexia Black Cats. Broker and owner Mitzi Eves, as well as Heritage Realtors Pat Adams and Kelly Lauderdale, are all graduates of Mexia High School. Together, Heritage Real Estate LLC Realtors have over 30 years of real estate experience, are very involved in the community, and are dedicated to their clients. Heritage Real Estate LLC works with sellers, buyers, and investors for residential, lake properties, lots and acreage, and commercial properties in Limestone, Freestone, Leon, Robertson, Navarro, and the surrounding counties. You can find Heritage Real Estate LLC listings on Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Trulia.com, and many other websites. Call Heritage Real Estate LLC at 254-562-7899 anytime for help with all your real estate needs.
For over 20 years, Rachel Anderson Real Estate has been synonymous with residential and country lifestyle real estate.
Milestones and moments that become memories to last a lifetime. Brandy Garza at Photo Trappings Downtown Mexia is here to capture all of your milestones and moments, offering newborn, children, seniors, family, and special occasion photography. Visit Photo Trappings on Facebook for all the latest specials and mini sessions. Photo Trappings, 115 East Commerce, Downtown Mexia. Call or text 254-562-PICS. If you've not accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you've strayed away and are lost, if you need a church to call home and family, please don't put it off any longer. Your next breath is never promised. Visit Pastor James Deichler at Forest Glade Baptist Church, 4277 North Highway 14 in Mexia. He preaches straight from the Bible and never waters down the gospel. Church services are Sunday mornings starting at 10:45 a.m. A church that strives to advance the kingdom of God. Come be a part of this family.
long as. All right, and as we come back here, still halftime here at Black Hat Field. Mexia leading the Bullard Panthers 14-7. As Bullard gets ready to come out onto the field after half. James, we saw a good first half of football. It seemed like it was a little more defensive dominant than we thought it would be. But Mexia was able to get 2 drives going and get down into the end zone. And really, Mexia was able to drive the ball mostly on most of every one of their possessions. Then they just had some negative plays on a couple possessions that put them behind the chains and forced them to have to punt.
Yeah, both teams, they came out and they scored their initial touchdowns in the first quarter to start the game, but it just kind of looked like both defenses were just trying to get a feel for what the offense is going to look like and feel like. And it's like right after that, those 2 touchdowns by both teams, the scoring slowed down.
Be fielded about the 14, and Mexia hits the ball carrier, and he's going to be brought down just outside the 30. Looks like he'll be marked down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good return by Bullard to start the second half. Mexia, they came down and looked like Wheeler was starting to get a little bit of momentum coming up the field. And
it looked like that may have been Nate Burns who made that tackle there on the kickoff of number 30, 35. Not really sure, but we'll have to check later. But here comes the Bullard offense. As they look to throw, it's going to be a pass. Oh, and the receiver just sits down on the hash, and he's able to make the catch and move it up for a gain of about 13 there on first down. That's going to move it out to the 44-yard line. Jabron Busby there on the tackle.
Yeah, I think if Jabron would have kept coming across there, Wallace, it looked
yeah.
like he could have had an interception.
Yeah, he was coming right where he was supposed to be, and I think he looked because he didn't know what was going on, and then the ball just there's a little confusion there for Bullard. Now they send man in motion. He's going to be pulled down by the quarterback. And he takes off and runs. He's going to move to the outside, and he's going to be run out of bounds there right at midfield. He's going to go out at the 49-yard line, and there was some confusion with 2 men going in motion at the same time, but the quarterback did a good job and wait and let both men get reset and then sent them into motion the proper way. To try to avoid that penalty.
He was kind of hot over there. You saw him jumping up and down wanting the flag.
Yeah, the key was he let both of them got reset before the snap of the ball. That's right. The only thing that keeps you from getting that penalty there. As Bullard looks to the sideline, they have twins to the bottom, twins to the top. Blaine in the backfield, Wheeler next to him on his right. He hands off to Wheeler, and Wheeler's going to be met there by Jabron Busby just right at the 49-yard line. It's going to be a 2-yard gain there by Wheeler as Busby was able to grab him and bring him down. But Wheeler was able to move across midfield, and they're going to mark it at the 48. So they're going to give him 3 on that carry. It'll bring up 3rd and 2 here for the Panthers.
Yeah, Busby did a great job making sure that Wheeler didn't pick up that first down to make it a 3rd and 2 here for the Bullard Panthers. And let's see if this defense can make a stop here on 3rd down.
We got trips down to the bottom with the tight formation. A little tight bunch trips over to the right. The quarterback looks to throw. He's going to try to take off, and he's going to be grabbed and drugged down. And now you're going to get a penalty from the line judge across the opposite side of the field.
It looks like he's calling a face mask all the way on the other side of the field.
And that's crazy. He's standing with the Bullard coach standing next to him, barking in his ear. There were 2 officials standing right next to the play that didn't throw a flag, and this line judge throws a flag for a face mask. I'm not sure where the face mask happened because they had him around his waist and drug him down.
Yeah, and those officials that were standing around, they could have rebuked that coming from a sideline judge, letting them know it wasn't a face mask.
So that'll give Bullard a first down. As that was a big play. It would have brought up 4th and 2. Instead, Bullard's going to get a first down, and they go to the air It's going to be a pass out to number 24, and he's going to be corralled there by Coleman and a gang of other Black Cats as they bring him down after a gain of about 7.
Yeah, one thing that's been effective for Bullard tonight is those quick outs to the screen man or to the running back, because they really haven't been able to hit anything deep effectively so far in this game.
Yeah, and I think they're looking at when they see Mexia giving them that cushion, they're just getting it out there quick and trying to get the yardage they can get. There's going to be a throw. Oh, and that ball's going to be behind that's a backwards pass.
Yes, sir.
And the Black Cat defense recognizes, and there's going to be a big loss as the Bullard player luckily picked it up for him, and Mexia wasn't able to recover, but it was a backwards pass, so the Black Cat defense drug him down, and that's going to move Bullard all the way back, and they're going to say to the 37-yard line, but
yeah, you saw the referee. He was making the motion that it was a backwards pass, and I think that the Black Cats looked over there at him and saw him doing that, and then they started just like a bunch of ants just getting over to the.
And I think that ball probably should have been closer to the 40 because the player picked it up and walked backwards.
Yeah.
Before he was hit. And now we're going to get a timeout by Bullard. So as they take a timeout, we're going to take a timeout. As Mexia's defense is able to get a big play there and move them behind the sticks, we'll have a 3rd and about 14 or 13 coming up after this brief message from our sponsors. All right, and we're back here at Black Hat Field. As Mexia's defense stays on the field against the Bullard offense, we're going to have 3rd and about 14 here as Bullard has the ball on the Mexia 37-yard line. They have trips to the right, and Bullard sprints out. There's going to be and it looks like we're going to get a penalty flag out in the backfield as the pass was caught, and then the receiver was wrestled to the ground. But it looks like you're gonna get a chop block here, as Daniels was.
He was engaged with number 71, and 22 came in and hit him below the waist.
And that's exactly what happened. Daniels was driving the lineman back into the quarterback, and the running back came up and just cut blocked him and took his legs from him. And you can't do that when they're engaged with another player.
Yeah, and that rule has been put in place for safety of the players because that can blow somebody's knee out real quick.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play, and I mean that penalty is instituted on all levels of football.
Yeah,
it's not just a high school thing, and that could have been dangerous, but luckily, we're fortunate enough that no one was injured on that play, and Mexia's defense is standing up tall right now, and Daniels in the backfield again. Oh, and that ball. And his pressure caused that ball to float over the receiver's head, and the closest man was a Black Hat defender who almost pulled off an interception on that one.
Yeah, and the quarterback for the Panthers tonight is number 9, Blake Blaine. He just doesn't look comfortable trying to get set up for a pass down the field, and the reason for that is because Mexia's defense is causing havoc in the backfield all night.
Yeah, you got Daniels and Sanders and Wright, and those other guys are getting back there pretty good. And now Bullard comes out in a spread punt, and there's going to be a legal formation as they spread across the entire field on that punt formation, and Mexia was spread out with them. And that's going to be another 5 more yards in penalty yardage against the Panthers. So now the ball will be spotted all the way back at the Bullard 42-yard line. This drive looked like it was promising for Bullard. They had moved down into Mexia territory and were inching closer to the red zone, and now they're all the way back across midfield in their own territory set to punt. as we have Trey Holman back deep for the Black Cats to receive the punt. Snaps back. The punt's away. It's going to be a wobbler. And Mexia just gets away from it as it rolls backwards towards the 25-yard line.
Yeah, like you said, Wallace, you know, that drive was looking promising for the Panthers, but it's like they started just imploding on offense there.
Yeah, they had like 3 or 4 straight penalties that ended up costing them about 30 or 35 yards in field position. And so Mexia will take over with the ball around at their own 24-yard line. And, you know, if you're Mexia, that's exactly what you wanted from your defense, to hold and get you the ball back, you know, because it takes away that advantage of Bullard being able to pay dirt first. So now Mejia's offense is out. Miller under center, snap back. It's going to be a handoff to Wiley. He jumps and he pushes across. Looks like he's going to pick up 1 on that run.
Yeah, it looked like number 13 for the Panthers, Luke Williams, was back there to make the initial hit on Wiley, not letting him get any advantage on that cutback in the middle, which Wiley got about a yard, almost a yard and a half, 2 yards on that carry.
And so it'll be Mejia's bringing in the play. We'll look to see how they come out this set, and they'll move up to the line of scrimmage. They'll stay in their tight formation. Wiley and Holman in the backfield. Miller under center. Snap back. Handoff to Wiley around the left side. He just puts his head down and runs over a defender.
Yeah, you got to give that run to number 57. We don't.
Yeah, big Caden Grayson.
Is that Caden Grayson?
Yeah.
He opened up a big hole there on the left side for Wiley to pick up that first down. We've got it looks like a Black Cat down on the field right now.
Oh yeah, and you don't want to see this if you're the Black Cats. And hopefully it's just a cramp, as it looks like the trainer is stretching him out. As that's one of the big linemen up front.
2 cramps?
Maybe cramping in both legs. As they're attending to him, we're going to take a quick timeout as they attend to the injured player down on the field, and we'll be back with more Black Cat football. All right, as we come back, that was number 64 for the Black Cats, Big James Abraham, who was the injured player. He was able to get up and walk off under his own power. So Mexia back out, snap back to Miller. He takes it around the right side. He sees an opening. He cuts up to the middle of the field, and he's off to the races, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's in for a touchdown.
With no flags.
No flags on the field, and that time he went around the right side, and he saw the hole open up short of the outside. He just cut up the middle, and it was a track meet then, and nobody could get an angle on him to catch him, and he just outran everybody to the end zone.
That was a great job by number 26, DeAndre Sandals, opening up that outside where Miller could cut back in and run it in for 6.
And now it'll be Martinez on for the extra point attempt. Snap back is down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And, you know, that was big for the Black Cats because they had just seen, you know, Abraham went down with what we're hoping is not a serious injury. And he's the center for the Black Cats, and they had to bring another center in. So to get that snap off and run that play and get a big play there, and even on the extra point attempt, everything to work is big for the Black Cats. As that's exactly what you wanted for the Black Cats. You came out and you got a big stop by your defense to get the ball back for your offense, and you come down and you put points on the board immediately. And again, you got the Bullard coaches down with the referees, I guess showing their displeasure. That's kind of how it goes in the game. You let them know what you don't like.
Right.
And here we go with Bullard coming out to return again. It'll be Wheeler and number 28, that's Baldwin, back deep for the Panthers. Mejia's kick team will come out. And we talked about this before, during the week with the coaches, is how Mexia, they've done a real good job of sustaining drives. And in the first half, we saw some pretty extended drives, for touchdowns. And that time, that was just a quick hitter, a couple plays, and then Miller takes it to the house, and now you're coming back out. Your defense has done a good job of stopping the Bullard offense so far, and now having to come back on the field quick. You want them to stay locked in, stay tuned in, and come up with another stop here. And so Mexia can continue to kind of keep their foot on the pedal. And it'll be an onside kick this time by Martinez. Oh, and it just gets out of bounds.
Yeah, he probably kicked it a little bit further than what he wanted to.
Yeah. It was just a little bit harder. It took a great bounce, but it took a bounce almost to the sideline instead of right at those numbers.
Yeah.
And so it didn't give the Black Cats a chance to get to it before it got out of bounds. So it looks like Bullard's going to elect to add 5 yards to the end of the kick and take the ball already inside Black Cat territory at the Black Cat 47-yard line. So now with pretty much a short field, the Black Cat defense will look to hold the Panthers again. You have trips to the bottom of the field, single receiver up top, single back in the backfield, snaps back, handoffs to Wheeler. And he's going to be hit right about the 45-yard line and down to the 44. It's going to be a gain of about 3 there for Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler tried to hit that gap on the left side, but the Mexia defense clogged it up, and he had nothing to go there, so he had to try to bring it around and go up the middle. And the Black Cat stopped him for a short gain.
Snap back to Blaine. The pile is pushing, and now he's going to be hit hard. And that's going to be Big Jawan Wright. And
looked like Daniels on the tackle as well.
I'm not sure who it was. It may have been Molina coming up from that outside backer spot to clean him up. But nonetheless, that was a great play by the Black Cat defense of keeping the quarterback from getting any more yards. A gain of about 2 on that play is going to bring up 3rd and 5. So we get twins to both sides, single back in the backfield, snap back to Blaine. He keeps it. Oh, he's looking to throw, and there's Daniels as he flies into the backfield and sacks the quarterback on a big loss of about 9 or 10 yards on that play. It's going to bring up 4th and 14 here for the Panthers.
One thing that's opening up the holes for Daniels to get back, and I'll tell you after this play.
The offense stays on the field. They look over to the side, and they move back across to their side of the 50. It's going to be a quick kick by the quarterback, as we've seen all night. Holman bobbles it, and he's able to get on it. And he's going to – Mexia will take the ball at the 22-yard line. As there's some extra after the play jousting there. And the Black Cats do a good job of keeping their heads and getting back to the huddle.
But, one thing that's opening those holes for Daniels tonight, Wallace, is number 21, Jawan Wright. He's having a heck of a game tonight. It's good to see that intensity coming from him again. We really haven't called his number a lot this year. But tonight he's done a great job of containing his blocks and peeling off and causing havoc himself.
Those guys up front are doing a real good job of taking on those blockers and taking up space and letting guys fly around and make plays. And we'll get Mexia in their tight formation, Miller in the gun, snap back. And he's going to keep it up the middle again. And he's out around the right side. He bounces off a tackler, and he stiff arms a player, and he's still running. He's up the sideline, and he's going in for another Black Cat touchdown as he just bounced off of a couple players. gave a little stop and a stiff arm to a player and threw him out of bounds, and then hit the Jets again, and nobody could catch him as he raced about 67 yards down the field.
I didn't see who that defender was, but Miller did a great job of slowing down and basically letting him run in front of him, and he couldn't do anything.
And we're going to have Martinez on for the extra point with 5:34 left in the third quarter. The kick is up, and it's good. So Mexia extends their lead to 28-7 with 5:34 left in the third period, as Miller again was able to take a quarterback run to the house from deep out in the Bullard Panther in the Black Cat territory, and nobody could catch him once he was able to get into that second level. It was just a foot race. He showed his power with just shrugging off a couple defenders and then stiff arming one last defender out of bounds. And then he just kind of tiptoed and tightrope down the sideline, and nobody was going to catch him after that.
Yeah, one thing you saw in the first half, Wallace, was the Panther defense was basically making their presence known. But coming out in this third quarter so far, the Mexia Black Cats offensive line, they've done a great job of being patient, and Miller's also done a great job on these 2 touchdown runs of being patient himself and allowing his offensive line and his receivers and backs to get over there and create a hole for him so he could make these long run touchdowns.
Yeah, well, one thing I did take notice of is coming out after halftime, number 4, John Engel, who is the middle linebacker and kind of the heart of the Bullard defense. He came out limping and went into their tent over on the sideline immediately, coming out after halftime before the opening kickoff, and now he's still on the training table, and they just retaped his ankle. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I think
shoe away.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be done, and without him out there, that really kind of hurts that defense, as he's their play caller and the captain of that defense. And here's going to be a short kick by the Black Cats, and fielded by Bullard, and then immediately tackled there by the Black Cats.
And that's a great job by the Panthers coaching staff and training staff. Even if it's just a slight sprained ankle for Ingles, they know that they still have the playoffs coming up, and there's nothing that they can really gain or lose tonight. Letting the young man sit and rest that ankle.
I saw a flag down on the field on the kickoff. I'm guessing they're going to say there was a Black Cat offsides, and they're going to add 5 yards to the end of the run. So the ball will be spotted at the Bullard 48-yard line after the short kick and short return by the Panthers. Be a handoff to number 2 this time up the middle, and he just puts his head down and he falls forward for a gain of about 9 there for the Panthers.
Yeah,
and that was just a difference seeing number 2 run the ball.
Yeah, it looked like number 7 Busby had him about the Mexia 48, and 2 he just carried the defenders close to the first down.
Be a snap back with an empty backfield, and now the quarterback takes off running, and there's going to be a hold call, and he slides down. It's touchdown there by number 30 Eberly, but I'm sure we're going to get a hold right in the middle of the line and now Bullard's looking like there's going to be a call against Mexia, but they're going to call a personal foul, hands to the face against Jawan Wright, where it looked like he had a few people hugging him and grabbing him. They got him for hands to the face, so there's going to be a personal foul. They'll add 15 yards to the end of the run, so that's going to end up being a 25-yard gain for the Panthers, and it's going to put them down in the red zone inside the Black Hat 20 down to the 17-yard line. And now if you're the Black Hat, you want to bow up and really hold as Bullard. Oh, and that's going to be a great job as that looks like Christian Clark drove on that pass and was able to get there and knock it away.
Yeah, I think Clark was reading the eyes of the quarterback the whole time, and as soon as he released, Clark just broke him that ball and he was probably a step away from taking it for 6 for the Black Cats.
Right, and that was a great job of just getting his hands in there and knocking it down and not allowing the pass to be completed. And so Mexia will force a second. Now we should be 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers, as They move around alignment, empty backfield, trips to the top, two receivers to the bottom. Blaine in the backfield at quarterback. Snap back, and he looks to throw. Now he's going to keep, and he's going to go to run, and he's got a seam, and then he's going to be chopped down by the Black Cats inside the 5-yard line down to the 3. As that time they just emptied the backfield and widened the field, and then it was man-to-man. And once Blaine saw an opening, he just took off running. But the Black Cats were able to get him before he got in the end zone. Now he'll get under center, snap back, and he's going to be tackled, and he's not going to get into the end zone. And that looks like Marshall Eberly that was able to come through and make the tackle.
It looked like the ref on the far side signaled touchdown.
Wow, yeah, he was nowhere near the end zone. He's outside of the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
He's outside of the 1-yard line on the tackle. The far referee did throw his hands up for touchdown. I'm not sure what he saw, because even when the player got up, he wasn't in the end zone. This will bring up second and about 2. This will be second and goal from about just outside the 1-yard line. And now Bullard brings in their running back as that'll be Wheeler who comes back into the game, and looks like they may try to go into more of their normal look. As the play clock is running down, looks like they're going to have to use a timeout. With 3 seconds on the play clock, quarterback gets under center. He tries to push forward.
I don't even know if they were set, Wallace.
I don't either. There were people walking around in their backfield, and Abram is yelling and screaming. Abram is yelling and screaming because every other official marked him down outside the end zone, except for the line judge over on the Bullard sideline put up touchdown. And that's what Abram was yelling. There's only one person that said touchdown. Everybody else was marking him down, and they gave him the touchdown. So now Bullard will come out to kick the extra point, and that'll be a mishandle, and he's going to throw it, and it's going to be over. And so that extra point is going to be incomplete and unsuccessful, as that looked like that was Xavier Molina got back into the backfield to block the field goal, which caused the holder to try to pull it up and try to throw. And Christian Clark was right in the pocket of the receiver, and so the ball landed in the back of the end zone, and Bullard is not able to convert on that.
That was a great job by that holder. You know, he saw Molina coming in, and he knew that there was nothing they could do with it. So he pulled it up, and did he toss it back?
Looks like he flipped it to the kicker, and the kicker threw it out.
Quarterback, Blaine, and he threw it out. But I mean, you've seen on both sides on these extra points, those outside men are getting real close to blocking the ball, and tonight Molina just about had one.
You know, and those are the guys that are unaccounted for on those plays, and basically they're the job of the snapper and the holder. You got to get the snap back and get the ball on the tee for your kicker to kick it before they get there. And that time Molina did a good job using that speed to get back there and disrupt that extra point attempt. So with 4:18 left in the third quarter, Mexia on top 28-13, as Bullard was just able to get into the end zone for the second time tonight. They'll be kicking to the Black Cats, as it looks like we'll have Holman, and that ball's going to be kicked out of bounds. That was, Molina and Sunday back deep, and they didn't even attempt to go over because that ball went directly out of bounds.
Straight out of bounds.
So Mexia will take the ball. Looks like they'll just add 5 to the end of the kick, and bring their offense back out. It looks like Bullard's really trying to keep the ball away from those return men from Mexia.
Yeah, I know they've watched film just like every other team has, and they know that Mexia does have some dangerous returners in the back.
It'll be Miller under center, snap back, hand off to Holman around the right side. He's got a hole, and he puts his head down, and he just churns out about 11 or 12 yards on that run.
Yeah, it was a good job by Holman. He sat there and got hit probably about 7 yards past the line of scrimmage and just continued to fight for that first down, and looks like he picked it up about a yard past.
Yeah, they're going to give him 11 on that first down run, so that'll be another first down. They'll move the chains out to the Black Hat 46-yard line as Mejia's offense huddles up and gets the play as it's run in from the sideline. You know, and right now, if you're Mexia, you know, you want to keep moving the ball and keep your offense rolling and getting points on the board. Man in motion. Oh, and we're going to get false start on the offensive line. Looks like it's going to be left tackle number 56.
That's Brandon Goss. I think he might have been very excited about that play that was coming up.
Yeah, and they sent the man in motion, and Ghost went in motion too. Unfortunately, when you're an offensive lineman, you don't go in motion.
You don't get the chance to reset.
So Mexia sends in another play after the 5-yard mark off. It'll bring up 1st and 15. Ball placed on the 41-yard line. Miller under center, snapped back. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be Wiley, who trucks ahead for about 7 yards right up the middle.
That was a good job by Miller with the fake. You know, the initial handoff was to Wiley, but, you know, we're up here watching each running back run past Miller, wondering who's going to get the ball this time.
Right.
But that's the crazy thing about the Wish T offense, you know.
Mexia moved back into formation, snap back to Miller. He hands it to Holman around the right side. He makes a cut, puts his shoulders down, and he picks up about 6 on that run out to the 45-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down. You know, and that's a good run that time by Trey Holman as he was able to just wiggle and power his way forward for a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, number 78, Jonathan Hernandez, was one of the key reasons why Trey was able to get up there and cut it up on the inside to get a gain of 9, about 9 on that carry.
Miller under center, snap back, and it's just going to be quarterback sneak as he just powers forward and he picks up the first down. As he picks up about 2 when he needed 1. That ball will be placed at the Bullard 43-yard line. Mexia with a fresh set of downs and moving as they've moved down into Bullard territory. You know, with 2:05 and rolling in the third quarter, Mejia's doing a good job of not just moving the ball but running the clock down as they roll their offense.
I know those first 2 touchdowns, you know, they were quick touchdowns. But the thing that Mejia's defense has done is made Bullard waste a lot of time on the clock.
Man in motion, handoff to Wiley up around the left side. And he picks up about 7 on that first down carry.
That was actually Busby on the carry.
Oh, that was Busby?
Yeah, that was Busby.
Oh, okay. Again, we're trying to keep up with who's getting the ball. You know, we've gotten some different guys playing these positions and moving around. And
that might be his first carry this year.
And we just have to kind of figure out who it is. It may be. I know he's caught a couple passes or so. Miller under center again. Holman in motion. Handoff to Wiley around the right side. And he's going to get a short gain that time, about 2 yards. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, that's what they're doing with Busby right now. Well, he's going out of the game now, but they was using him as a fullback basically.
Right.
For that lead block for Wiley. So first carry of the year, 7 yards, not bad.
Right. So now 3rd and 1 from the Panther 34-yard line. We got 30 seconds and rolling here left in the third quarter. Mejia's offense up to the line of scrimmage. We stay in our tight formation. Miller under center. Snap back to Miller. He keeps around the left side. He puts his head down. And he just dives forward and looks like he's going to pick up the first down on that.
He's going to be close.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark it at the 33-yard line. The stick is right at the 33 as well. I think they're going to bring it out and measure.
Well, from my angle, it looks like the stick's on the other side of the 33-yard line, and it looks like they've placed the ball on the opposite side of the line on this end. So it's going to be close.
It's going to be real close as they move the chains out. And have a Mexia player standing and trying to jump over the chain. Jonathan Hernandez. I mean, no. Number 22.
He's not on here.
22, Jonathan Luna. That's who it was.
Luna, yes, thank you, Luna.
And they're gonna
I guess they gave him
it's the first down. Yeah, it was the first down when they stretched it out. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Cats. Ball will be placed at the Bullard 33-yard line. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Mexia leading Bullard 28-13. We have 1 period left to play in this game. And with 12 minutes left to go, the Black Cats on top. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with fourth quarter action from Black Cat Field.
Heritage Real Estate LLC, voted by readers of the Mexia News as the best real estate company and best realtor for 2020, is proud to support the Mexia Black Cats. Broker and owner Mitzi Eves, as well as Heritage Realtors Pat Adams and Kelly Lauderdale, are all graduates of Mexia High School. Together, Heritage Real Estate LLC Realtors have over 30 years of real estate experience, are very involved in the community, and are dedicated to their clients. Heritage Real Estate LLC.
All right, and as we're back here at Black Cat Field, Mexia under center. Snap back, handoff to Wiley on the left side, and he pushes forward for a gain of about 2 on that play.
That actually was B.J. Sunday.
Oh, that was B.J. Sunday. Man, I'm going to have to get some binoculars or something to try to keep up with all these guys running. As we've seen Sunday, Busby, and some of the others get carries today that we haven't seen run the ball much this year, but they're doing a great job of executing once they do get the ball and just showing that they can patch in there and really make things happen. As Miller moves back up under the center, takes the snap around the left side, he spins, and then he's met by a group of Panther defenders, and he's brought down right about the line of scrimmage. Looks like he may have gained 1 on that run.
Yeah, it looked like Miller saw something there at the beginning whenever he initially pulled the ball back. But the Panthers defense did a great job of closing up whatever hole he thought he saw.
And, right now the Black Cats are just running that clock down with the lead. And here, if you can pick up, this is 3rd and about 7, you can pick this first down up and keep the clock rolling and keep the ball in your possession. While we've been talking about all the runners, I don't want to leave out DeAndre Sandals, who's done a great job in the backfield, although he hasn't gotten a carry tonight. Snap back to Miller. He looks back. He has a man down the field. He throws it. Oh, and that should be a pass interference. And there's not a penalty flag. But the defender just never turned his head and ran straight through the chest of Clark before he could get the ball. And Abram is the Black Hat coaching staff is letting the official know that they are not pleased with the no call on that play.
Yeah, he's getting kind of fed up with the no calls towards his team, and I don't blame him. That was a blunt and obvious pass interference.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else you could do in that situation. The receiver tried to come back to the ball, and the defender just ran through him and took him to the ground, and the ball hit the back of – now the ball hit the back of the defender, but you still can't run through the receiver to keep him from catching it. So Mexia's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them, and we'll be back with more fourth quarter action here from Black Cat Field. All right, and we're back. 10:28 left in the fourth quarter. Mexia on top, 28-13. A big fourth down here for the Black Cats. The ball at the 31-yard line of the Panthers. Mexia set the drive, and we're going to get a little spread action. Looks like we have Holman at quarterback this time. Man in motion, snap back to Holman. He's looking, he's throwing. He's got a man down, and it's going to be,
oh!
And Miller had it in his hands and just was not able to pull it in. And Miller's still on the ground after that play. Because that'll be a turnover on down for the Black Cats. And the Black Cats the stadium goes quiet as Miller stays down, as he's the usual quarterback for the Black Cats as well as the safety. So as he's down and being tended to, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Black Cat football here from Black Cat Stadium.
For over 20 years, Rachel Anderson Real Estate has been synonymous with residential and country lifestyle real estate in Limestone and the surrounding counties. Whether selling or buying, Agent Elizabeth Ferrari can help. Visit ElizabethCFerrariRealtor.com or call 254-747-1602. Real estate market knowledge, passion for helping clients.
You're listening to Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
Accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you've strayed away and are lost, if you need a church to call home and family, please don't put it off any longer. Your next breath is never promised. Visit Pastor James Deichler at Forest Glade Baptist Church, 4277 North Highway 14 in Mexia. He preaches straight from the Bible and never waters down the gospel. Church services are Sunday mornings starting at 10:45 a.m. A church that strives to advance the kingdom of God. Come be a part of this family.
Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
Simpson Fireworks supports Mexia Black Cat football and athletics. We have items for all occasions, including gender reveals, weddings, 4th of July, and New Year's. For more information and to stay up to date, please visit our Simpson Fireworks Facebook page. Go Cats!
Big Drip Fashion Hall is now open in Mexia. Big Drip offers a variety of the latest styles of urban clothing, serving boys and men of all sizes from toddlers to 6XL. Big Drip Fashion Hall is guaranteed to meet all of your fashion needs. Come check us out, 1335 East Milam Street in Mexia, across from Hibbett Sports.
Milestones and moments that become memories to last a lifetime. Brandy Garza at Photo Trappings downtown Mexia is here to capture all of your milestones and moments, offering newborn, children, seniors, family, and special occasion photography. Visit Photo Trappings on Facebook for all the latest specials and mini sessions. Photo Trappings, 115 East Commerce, downtown Mexia. Call or text 254-562-PICS. Mexia Insurance Services proudly supports Mexia ISD, the Mexia Black Cats, and the Mexia Lady Cats. located at 811 Milam Street and serving the Tri-County area insurance needs for over 30 years with coverages for auto, home, business, life, health, and renters as well as bonds. Call today for a free quote and a review of your current coverage. 254-562-3894. Go Cats!
For over 20 years, Rachel Anderson Real Estate has been synonymous with residential and country lifestyle real estate in Limestone and the surrounding counties. Whether selling or buying, Agent Elizabeth Ferrari can help. Visit ElizabethCFerrariRealtor.com or call 254-747-1602. Real estate market knowledge, passion for helping clients.
All right, and we're back at Black Hat Field. The injured player on the field was number 4, Lamarian Miller for the Black Hats. He's been carted off, and we're going to send our best wishes, prayers, and vibes to him as Bullard snaps the ball. They throw it out. There's going to be a quick pass and catch there by the Panthers. It's going to be a gain of about 7 on that play as Bullard took over after the unsuccessful 4th down attempt and the turnover on downs by the Black Cats. Ball spotted out at the 38-yard line. Snap back. Blaine in the backfield alone. He's being chased by Daniels, and Daniels gets his arms around him, and he floats that one over the head of the receiver and out of bounds.
That's one thing you're probably going to see from Bullard here for the rest of the night, being down 15 points here going with 10 minutes left in the third quarter. There's a lot of quick outs and quick snaps trying to make something happen real fast so they're not trying to catch up at the end of the game.
It's going to be a quick pass out to the side. Oh, and a big hit by, looks like Will Coleman, as that pass was caught by number 2. Pass was caught by that time by number 2 for the Panthers, and then Coleman was able to come over and tackle him out of bounds. But that's going to be enough yardage for a first down there as he moves the ball out to the Panther 43-yard line. Snap back to Blaine. He's still in the backfield alone. He throws it deep over the field, and that ball's going to be knocked away. And that was Busby and Holman on the coverage, and Coleman coming in late as they knocked that ball loose, and looks like number 2 was the intended receiver once again.
That's Connor
Carson. And he's kind of turned into their go-to guy here in the second half. And that time Busby from that linebacker spot did a good job of running with him, and Holman and Coleman came over the top from their safety spots to knock the ball out. There's going to be a run this time by the quarterback, and he's just trying to run away from the defenders. He's going to be tackled by Wiley as he crosses midfield, and he's going to be about a yard short of a first down.
That was a good job by Coleman there, though. He was coming in to make the second hit as Blaine was going down, but Will Coleman led up and didn't get that personal foul.
Snap back by Bullard. It's a quick pass out. It's going to be caught, and then he's going to be tackled by B.J. Sunday, but the ball's advanced up to the Black Hat 40-yard line, and it'll be a first down for the Panthers there. So with the new set of downs, the Panthers have got a little momentum going and a little roll on offense.
Yeah, that was number 11, Bryce Jewell for Bullard, picking up the first down. And he's got a slender body but a taller body than B.J. Sunday, and he just kind of shielded B.J. from the ball.
Quarterback alone in the backfield sends a man in motion. He's going to pull it back. Pass across the middle. Oh, and it's off the receiver's fingertips, and there are a couple Black Hats there that look like they may have a chance to pick it off, but it falls to the turf harmlessly, and it's going to bring up second down and 10 here for the Panthers. You know, if you're Mexia, you're just trying to keep everything in front of you and let that clock run down and hopefully try to get a stop here. And Bullard's really getting in the rhythm with just some quick, short passes and picking up a few yards here and there. There's going to be another quick pass to the outside and out of bounds after a gain of about 6 or 7 on that play.
Yeah,
we'll bring up 3rd and 3.
That was number 20. That wasn't.
Is it 20? That's 28 over there?
28?
Yeah.
And that is Cameron Baldwin for the Panthers, who picked up about 7 yards on that pass.
Snap and a quick pass up by the Panthers, and it's going to be a good job that time by, looks like Molina, as he came up from that outside backer spot and made that tackle as Bullard tried to hit Mexia on a quick pass out to the flat before Mexia could get set. He was able to get him and stop him. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 here. Ball spotted at the Mexia 31-yard line.
Yeah, the receiver was Bryce Jewell for Bullard. Is a yard shy of the first down.
Here you're going to get a tight trips and then a tight twins at the bottom. Snap back by Bullard. They're going to look to throw, and that ball's off the fingertips of the receiver. So Mejia's defense holds, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Mejia's offense will come back out onto the field with the ball at their own 31-yard line.
That's a great job by the Black Cats defense, making sure that they bent, but they didn't break. They let Bullard take off about 3 minutes of the clock here in the third quarter, and that's critical whenever it's coming down to the end of the game. You need those if you're going to have a long drive, you got to get some kind of points out of it. But Mexia Black Cats defense stood up and withstood the task of stopping Bullard and making sure they didn't get into the end zone.
Right, and so with 8:29 left in the game, Mexia up 28-13. The Black Cat offense back on the field. We'll have Trey Holman under center now. Snap back to Holman. He's going to hand it to Wiley. Wiley's met just across the line of scrimmage by about 3 Panther defenders, and it's going to be a gain of about 1 on that play.
And that's one of the dangerous things, Wallace, with a new quarterback coming in to play. You know, each quarterback, they have a different way of getting underneath the center and receiving the ball from the center, and that's when simple mistakes of a missed handoff snap from the center could become critical for the Black Cat. So hopefully, Holman has had enough practice underneath the center.
Good thing for the Black Cats, it looks like the original center is back in, and Abraham. Snap back, handoff to Busby around the left side. He bounces off a couple of defenders, and then he's taken down right at the 30, so he's going to lose a yard on that run.
Okay, now he's got 6 yards for his career.
You know, it looked good at first, and then they started to swarm around him, and, you know, he's a big guy, and he didn't go down easy. So he was able to get back closer to that line of scrimmage before they were able to pull him down.
Yeah, like you said, Busby, he's not a small kid, and I actually thought he was fixing to get away there for a minute, but the Bullards' outside pursuit, it is pretty quick, so they caught it to him and stopped him for a yard loss.
Snap back to Holman. He's going to drop back. He looks to throw. He finds a receiver. That's going to be B.J. Sunday, who gets away from a couple of defenders, and he dives forward close to midfield. And that's going to be a completed pass from Holman to Sunday. The ball's going to be spotted at the 49-yard line. That's going to pick up enough yardage for the first down and move the chains for the Black Cats. And more importantly, it keeps that clock rolling.
Yeah, I know that was a great catch and run by B.J. Sunday, Wallace. But you got to give it to Trey. You know, he was under attack. He was under pursuit, and he was almost taken down, but he stayed in control and got that pass off accurately.
Right, and, you know, you've seen a little bit of that baseball that baseball athlete come out in him, and he's kind of sidearmed it out there. It's going to be a handoff to Wiley around the left side. He puts his foot in the dirt, and he cuts back, and now he's out to the right side, and there's nobody going to catch him as Wiley runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, Wiley had something going to the outside there, but all of a sudden he kind of just tip-tapped back into the inside and just took off, and once he hit that open space, there was no catching him.
Right, he did a great job of just kind of sidestepping as his linemen started to wall off, and then you saw DeAndre Sandals come off and pick up that last block, and it allowed Wiley to cut back into the middle, and then he just shot out the right side, and there was nobody that could catch him once he got out there.
I know you called it a sidestep, Wallace, but that was a different kind of dance that Wiley did back there. We have to call that the Wiley dance.
Snaps back. The kick is up, and it's good. As Gustavo Martinez is able to add the extra point, Mexia has increased their lead to 35-13 over the Bullard Panthers with 6:18 left in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the kickoff following the touchdown.
You're listening to Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer & Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays. Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services.
All right, and we're back as Martinez. Well, actually, this is going to be Martinez, and I'm not sure who that is.
We have a 33 out there.
33.
We don't have a 33 on the
set looking to kick, and it's going to be a high pooch kick there by the 33, and that ball was fair caught by the Panthers. I'm trying to see who 33 is. I saw some long locks from under the helmet. And he was a left-footed kicker as well. I'm not really sure who it was, but it was a nice pooch kick there by number 33, and so that'll set Bullard up at their own 35-yard line to start this drive, as Mejia's been able to pretty much limit Bullard here in the second half, as their defense has played really well. We send a man in motion. Now you have backs to each side of the quarterback, sends number 2 in motion. Oh, and now Bullard's going to be – the quarterback was under duress as Sandals and Daniels just beat the offensive line off the snap, and they were both in the face of the quarterback, and he just had to get rid of it.
And I think that was a botched play as well, Wallace, because it looked like Blaine was trying to fake a handoff to no running back that was back there.
Yeah, I think he sent number 2 in motion, and then he went to fake it and looked like he was going to try to throw it to 2 as well, but there was a blackhead right in his face also, so he just threw it in the dirt. And so now it's going to be a pass out, and he's going to be caught. This ball is going to be caught by number 11. And that's going to be a
Bryce Jewell.
Bryce Jewell, and that's going to be a pickup of about 12 on that play, moving the sticks out to the 48-yard line.
And that's one thing Bullard's done kind of consistently tonight is those short passes, but they can't keep it going here in the second half.
And snap back. And there's going to be a deep pass this time down the sideline. Oh, and that's going to be incomplete as that ball landed out of bounds.
And that was a great no call by the referee because, that was dangerous of hitting a defenseless player. Yeah, the receiver basically ran into the defender and then just fell back a little, acting, trying to pick up a penalty on the incomplete pass, and the officials did a good job of holding on to their flags over there. And Trey did a great job of pulling up and showing that he was pulling up. So Blaine in the backfield alone, trips to the top, twins to the bottom. He's going to get a quick pass out. Oh, and that ball hits the ground. It's going to be incomplete as Molina was on the coverage. And that's going to bring up third and 10 here. In Mejia, we talked about it. Basically, Bullard's running a lot of slants and a lot of outs and just a lot of quick stuff to try to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands, because if he holds on to it too long, he's got a couple D linemen in his face ready to put him into the turf. Yeah, and that defensive line, they've played a heck of a second half tonight, getting in the quarterback's face. Snaps back. Oh, and Sandals is off the edge, and there's going to be a sack. And Sandals and Sandals looked like he got down in the starting blocks and came out to run the 100 around that edge on that tackle, and 71 didn't have a chance. Sandal just bent the corner and reached out with his hand and yanked the quarterback down. Yeah, and Blaine, he saw Sandals coming so quick, he didn't know what to do, so he tried to run, but it wasn't successful. It's going to bring up 4th and 13. Snap back. You got men right there in his face, and Blaine is going to take off running, and he's going to be ushered. Oh, and he's going to be close to a first down. Be marked a yard short. It's going to be short. As they mark it at about the 43-yard line, he needed to get to the 42. So it's going to be a turnover on downs as Mejia's defense was able to hold yet again and run Blaine out of bounds short of the first down sticks. Yeah, I think the crowd over there was kind of trying to call for a holding penalty on Sandals there. Yeah, because he came up, and when Blaine took off, he went to turn to go tackle him, and you just saw a big probably about 3 foot of jersey come extend off of the back of his shoulder pads when he tried to run. But nonetheless, the Black Cats get the ball on the turnover on downs, and their offense comes back out. Holman still under center. You have Wiley and Sunday in the backfield. Snap back, hand off to Wiley. He dances around and falls forward. Gain of about 3 on the run. Well, I can tell you this. Bullard's right tackle, number 71, Peyton Ellis, he's a big boy. Yeah. He's tall and he's athletic. The only thing is he's just not quick enough with the outside speed of our defensive ends that we have. And he is so frustrated over there. That's what you want to do is, if you can't get to the quarterback, at least frustrate the linemen to get them out of their game, and that's what the Black Cats have done tonight.
And we'll come back more to that after this snap as Holman's under center. Man in motion, snap back, pitch to Clark. Clark hits it up the middle. He's still running. He runs over a couple defenders, and he picks up first down yardage as he moves the ball down to the Bullard 46-yard line. And, you know, you're talking about that, and what Mejia's done a good job of doing is moving around that defensive front. You know, so 71, he's a big kid. He looks to be every bit of 6'4", 6'5", probably 275 pounds.
And that's a muscular.
Yeah, he's well put together, but – you know, you're coming with Daniels, who's got good size, strength, and speed, and he can hit you with all kinds of moves and get around you. Then you switch it up and you have Sandals, who's just pure speed and flies off the edge. As Holman's under center, and we're going to get a whistle and a flag, false start on the Black Cat, on the Black Cats. You know, and then they put Jawan right over him some, and Jawan just kind of bull rushes you and goes, you know, pound for pound with you and pushes at you. And so it seems like it's frustrated him a little, and he hasn't really just been able to settle in and figure out how he's going to block one person on the night because of the way that the defensive front has been rotated for Mejia, which has been to Mejia's advantage. The Black Cats back to the line of scrimmage. Holman takes a snap. Handoff to Wiley around the left side. He's going to be grabbed right as he gets it.
Yeah, he tried to make something happen there on the left side and bounce it out. But, Bullard's defense, they had great containment.
Again, that was one of those guess rights. They slanted to that side, and we ran to that side. So he ran right into one of those defensive players that it slanted outside of the blockers. You know, and right now it's not a bad thing for Mejia because they're still running the clock. It's 3 minutes and 20 seconds, and the clock is still moving left in the fourth quarter. Mejia is turning, you know, they're eating up clock on this drive. It's been almost 3 minutes already on this drive, and it's going to be a pitch back to Clark, and he's running. He's going to be caught from behind, and it looks like
we might have a hold.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, they're going to get a hold against the Black Cats, which is going to be a 10-yard penalty. It'll move Mejia back even farther, but it'll allow the clock to run a little more also. The clock is down to 3:04 left in the fourth quarter. They'll mark off the penalty yardage after this, and the clock will keep rolling once they reset it.
Who they called the holding penalty on, unless it was B.J. Sunday who was coming out to try to lead block.
That's what I'm guessing. It was one of those outside guys.
Because I didn't see any linemen over there. Not unless it happened on the inside, and I didn't hear the call from the ref a while ago.
So Mejia will bring in the play. And Mejia, you know, they're just in the clock, with the clock stopped right now, they'll get the play in, they'll get set. There's 5 seconds left on the play clock as they hustle up to the line. Holman takes the snap. He looks, there's nobody there. He takes it himself. He's going to run around the left side, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on that run. And that'll bring up third down. He's going to bring up third and about 20.
Well, closer to 20, 15, 20.
About 18. Third and about 18 here for the Black Cats.
You know, Wallace, Bullards, they still got 2 timeouts. So, you know,
right.
You wonder if they want to go ahead and just let this game just roll on out, or if they want to try to use those 2 timeouts to try to make something happen after this third down.
I'm sure they'll use their timeouts. If they can get a stop here on third down, they'll probably use a timeout to stop it if it doesn't stop itself. Snap back, hand off to Clark around the left side. He's going to be wrapped up by a group of Bullard Panthers led by number 14. And so, and now looks like Bullard's going to use a timeout with 2:09 left in the fourth quarter. It'll bring up fourth and long for the Black Cats as Mejia is looking at about 21 yards. Yeah, they're looking at about 21 yards for a 4th and 21 here. So I'm sure we'll see the punt unit. And once the punt unit comes out, you know, then the defense will come out and try to hold Bullard once again. Mejia still leading the game 35-13 with 2:09 left in the final frame. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with with the end of the fourth quarter here at Black Cat Field. All right, and we're back here as the Black Cats come out onto the field, and they will bring out the punt unit. And this looks like it'll be Andrew Sunday punting for the Black Cats this time. And we've had a couple things, but, we haven't seen Davila snap back. The punt away by Sunday, and it's going to be a short punt and out of bounds.
Yeah, but he had to get that punt away
at the 40.
quick.
Yeah. It looks like Bullard was selling out on a block, and he just got it off of his foot, which wasn't a bad thing, and it's going to be down to the Bullard 40-yard line. We didn't see Davila on the last kickoff, and then you didn't see him there punting, so no telling what's going on. Maybe, hopefully he's all right, and maybe they're just letting some other guys get in and do some things. So it'll be Blaine in the pistol with – and he's going to be set up the screen, and as he's hit, he gets it off to the running back, and he's going to get a good yardage on the play and across midfield and a first down as that ball is spotted down at the Black Cat 47 as Daniels buried the quarterback, but he was able to get it away just as he was going to the turf. It's going to be a quick pass, and that ball is going to not be brought in by number 11. Which on that play, you're flirting with another backwards pass, and if he doesn't haul that in, then he's in danger of Mexia picking that ball up and racing the other way with it. So it'll be pistol action, twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Blaine at quarterback, he looks to throw. Oh, he's going to be a holding. There.
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
I saw Blaine fixing to get drilled from
He was going to get drilled by two players.
Jawan Wright just disappeared.
The lineman just grabbed him and literally pulled him and turned him around to keep him from hitting the quarterback. I'm not sure how you don't throw the flag on that one, but it didn't. We didn't, and now you have. now we're going to get the holding. And I think all of the officials threw it on that one because if they didn't throw that flag, the coaching staff from Mexia may have come out on the field themselves.
And that's just frustration for number 71, Peyton Ellis for Bullard. Like we said, he has no answer for whoever they line up against him on the defense.
Right, and that time it was Sandals who just flew upfield and was trying to get to the quarterback, and he just grabbed him and yanked him around so he couldn't get there again.
Yeah, it's usually Daniels lining up against Ellis, but I'll tell you what, you have Sandals over there, and he's not as tall as Daniels, but I'll tell you what, he's always quick.
Wheeler in motion. He's going to keep it. Quarterback there to throw.
Did it again.
Right is there.
Sit on top of him.
And that's going to be intercepted, and that's Nate Burns on the interception. As Nate Burns did a great job of reading that route and running it with the receiver, and he just puts one hand out there and pulls that ball in. As again, Blaine was trying to get away from the defensive lineman giving chase to him. And
I'm so sorry. I did not even see the interception. Sandals was getting away from Ellis again, and Ellis threw him down and sat on top of Sandals.
Yeah, that's it. That's frustrating. He's like, I'm tired of chasing you tonight. I can't keep up with you. You're not going to keep running around on me. So Mexia's offense comes out one last time. Looks like they're going to be in victory formation. And there's just going to be a kneel down there by Holman as there's 1:15 on the clock, and the clock is running. Bullard does have one timeout left, but it doesn't look like they're going to elect to call it as Mexia is taking knees. And it'll take 2 more knees for the Black Cats to end this game. Well, actually, Mexia can run Yeah, it'll take 2 more unless they use some clock on this next snap. I'm sure they won't snap this ball until less than 3 seconds left on the play clock, which will put it down right at 40, so they can snap this ball and not have to snap it again. As that's exactly what will happen is the play clock will start after the game clock, and Mexia will run the clock down. The Black Cats come out with victorious in this one as they take a third up for that young man. All right. We don't ever want to see anyone get hurt or anything serious happen to any of our athletes, our student athletes. So we want to wish the best to him, and he's able to recover fully and quickly and be able to get back to doing the things that he loves, as well as number 4 for the Bullard Panthers, who was John Engel. We want to hope that young man is all right and he's able to recover and heal well as also. You know, again, we want to say great job by the Black Cats, great job by the Black Cat coaching staff, all the players coming out and playing hard and fighting tonight, you know, coming out with a big win that keeps them at the top of the district race. You know, this moves Mexia to 3-0 in district. And for all intents and purposes, if Van beats Canton tonight, I'm not sure how that game is looking over there, but if they do win that game, Mexia will be the district champions this year.
Yeah, that would be nice. What's
right.
it been, 6 years?
2014, somewhere around there.
They beat Fairfield on Halloween night.
And I was just shown that Van's game has gone final with Van winning 56-31 over Canton. So Mexia will claim the district championship this year. Mexia still has 1 game left. Next week we will be in Canton to take on the Eagles for the final district game and final regular season game of the 2020 season. So we want to hope that you all are able to keep supporting the Black Cats. If you're not able to make the trip over to Canton next Friday, remember we will be bringing you the game. 7:30 from Eagle Field. We will be online. If you go on to YouTube and go to the link for Mexia Sports Network, we will be bringing you the game and commentary from Canton. We want to say great job to the Black Cats.
Congratulations, Coach Abram and the Black Cat coaching staff for, you know, continuing to show these guys that, you know, as long as you put your effort into it and believe, positive things will happen. And we've seen that in district play, you know, tying up or sewing up the district championship tonight. And so far going 3-0 in district play, you know, at the beginning of the season, you know, we didn't have such a good non-district schedule, but you also have to think of the caliber of teams that we played and how good of football that we did play against them, barring 1 or 2 games. You know, that could have been a different record. But congratulations to the Black Cats for, you know, coming together and sticking through the thick and thin and continuing to believe in the system that Coach Abram has brought to the field.
Right, and so as we log off tonight, we want to say thank you to all our listeners, to all our viewers, to all those who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you can keep up with us. We'll bring you the Coaches Show and Coaches Player and Prediction Show next Wednesday, and then we'll bring you Mexia Black Cats versus the Canton Eagles on next Friday. So from Wallace High, James Deichler and Freddie Greer, Mexia Sports Network, Greer Time Media, we want to say thank you all. Go Black Cats. Great win tonight. It's good to be district champs.
Amen.